They expected a whiteout here. Well, it was nearly a whitewash. Like you mentioned, Carey Price, tremendous in between the pipes, stopping 26 of 27 shots. Montreal's defense clogged the Lightning offense through the neutral zone. Down in Bradenton, it's not only their ballpark, but the Pirates are experiencing a renaissance of sorts. After 21 years between playoff appearances, the Buccos have made back-to-back trips to the postseason. Manager Clint Hurdle says the key to 3 will be the health of the man who's been driving the black and yellow bus. Fort Meade native Andrew McCutcheon. Here's a look into the Chicago team store right now. You can see they have a shirt, "We want the cup." Well, tough hot dogs, Chicago. You're not going to get the cup. I made sure to bring some blue. I'm going to walk it into the team store right now, and we're going to deposit a lot of blue around this arena tonight, and hopefully a blue and white Lightning win. Blake, it's been a long time coming. Your first road NFL win, and could it be any more exciting?
Yeah, it was definitely a good finish. Defense played unbelievable.
Now Price is set to make $13 million this coming season with a retroactive signing bonus of $4 million. And for a club like the Rays that relies on the luxury tax of the larger markets to sustain their winning ways, 160 games last year, the most he's ever played in a season. Can he duplicate that, except can his numbers go up? Because we both know he wasn't pleased with his results after last season.
Yeah, he had. Let's go downstairs again to Chris Fischer.
Thanks, Spiro. Gus Bradley told us when he took over the Jaguars coaching job, he couldn't afford to draft players who didn't start right away. He couldn't afford to make exceptions. Quite a few bitter Blackhawks fans, the way the Lightning could just wipe them out of the Stanley Cup final. We're here in front of the iconic Cloud Gate in Millennium Park in downtown Chicago. And unlike the thousands that poured out to Curtis Hickson Park last night to support the Bolts, the Blackhawks fans, their support here in Millennium Park, not as reflective. Let's go back to your one point about not losing your job because of injury. How do you think Derek Jeter, hate to flip the script here, got his job? This week, the gloves will be popping as spring training gets underway. And like the Monument Park at Yankee Stadium, which coincides with the one at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, they'll both have a new addition come August. As the Pinstripes announce they'll retire Andy Pettit's number 46. And I got my buddy Cord here, and he's going to tell us who's going to win tonight.
Lightning!
That's right, a lot of support here for the Lightning. Now, Steven Stamkos and Victor Hedman were the last two Lightning players to play in the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2011. In that series, it was even after 4 games. And tomorrow, Matt Moore will take the mound for the Rays, trying to pick up where David Price and Alex Cobb have left off. Moore back in July pitched a complete Game 2 hitter. Will he be able to do the same tomorrow in Fenway?
Today, Chris Fischer.
For the Ravens to improve to 5-0 against the Dolphins under John Harbaugh, he said they have to get pressure on Ryan Tannehill, contain him in the pocket, and get in his face. Last season, the Ravens were able to sack him 6 times. It was hostile environment and territory for the Bolts to walk into. The big question coming in, would Ben Bishop be in the net tonight? Not only did he play, he came up big. How about Samson? Will Myers cut his hair last year, went into the postseason. It was not a good one for him. What is that bounce back like for the sophomore year? Is he 40 home run capable? Except Cobber here, well, he utilizes an exaggerated approach to the plate, timing out all his momentum and proper release point to get as much on his fastball as he can. But those mechanics and repetitive delivery allow his changeup to be the most effective. To their lowest shot total of the series with just 19, and in getting defensive to support the rookie goaltender, their offense struggled mightily on the power play. In a conversation I had with Orioles first baseman Chris Davis, he confessed he's a real health food nut. The only time he strays away is for Captain Crunch French toast. Last season, the Orioles first baseman was tagged when he strayed away from the league's straight and narrow, suspended 25 games for testing positive for Adderall. But Baltimore didn't feel the power crunch with the major's home run leader, Nelson Cruz, in the lineup. This offseason, Cruz set sail for the Mariners, leaving Davis when he returns from his suspension as the O's primary source of protein in their batting order. Welcome back into 10 News at 11. We're standing just outside Bayfront Medical Center where Rays starting pitcher Alex Cobb is being kept overnight for observation after living through a pitcher's worst nightmare. Cobb suffering a mild concussion after being struck in the head in the top of the 5th inning in today's ball game against the Royals. To the diamond, a new manager in Kevin Cash, and yet the Rays have been the model of consistency at the plate. On pace to make it 3 out of 4 years, they've ranked in the bottom 5 of the Grapefruit League in team batting average. We knew going in offense could be at a premium for the Rays. Nate Carnes making a strong case for a spot in the rotation, striking out the first batter of the game in Alejandro Diaza. One of 2 Ks for Carnes on the day. He didn't allow a hit nor a run. And Carnes getting by with a little help from his friends in the second. David DeJesus Sweet backhanded grab, keeping it tied at zeros into the fourth. Rene Rivera with a runner on. Get up and get out. His first homer of the spring. Kevin Kiermaier would tack on an RBI. 3-2. Rays are back in the win column. In Dunedin, Yankees and Blue Jays. Alex Rodriguez taking the bus for the first time this spring. Up in the fourth, ripping one to right. A-Rod reluctant to show off the wheels. He'd put on the brakes at first for a long single. He was 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a K. Bottom of the sixth, tied at zeros. Jays with a runner on second. Caleb Gendel taking one back up the middle. Steve Tollefson on his horse and headed for home. 1-0. That would be your final as Toronto goes back to 500 in the Grapefruit. To Steinbrenner Field, a pair of split squads, Tigers and Yankees. Michael Pineda, an impressive afternoon on the bump. Striking out 4, giving up no runs and no hits in 3 innings of work. Knotted at 1 in the bottom of the sixth. Bags loaded for Mark Teixeira, and he hits into the fielder's choice. Tigers unable to turn 2. Yanks played 2 and go on to take it 4-1. The other half of the Tigers split squad hosting the Phillies in Lakeland, and what a day for the Phils. Brian Bogusevic taking one deep to left in the first. Xavier Avery going up but coming down hard without the ball. Bogusevic, a non-roster invitee to camp, 2 for 3 at the plate in the third. Taking Anibal Sanchez yard again. Bogusevic with his 4th club in as many years. He's in over 500 for the spring. 3 RBIs in this one. Fighting Phils tame the Tigers 5-4. The starting pitcher tonight for the Rays, Alex Cobb. And Alex, it doesn't get much better than this. A walk-off win by Jose Lobaton, but you actually had a unique perspective from where you saw the shot. It's the largest trade in Rays history. 11 players, 3 teams, but the reason is why the deal occurred may go down as the largest enigma. To the ice, not much has been able to stop Lightning netminder Ben Bishop, but he's been able to stop nearly everything coming his way, leading the NHL in save percentage and unbeaten in his last 11 games in the cage. But tonight in Edmonton, with the Lightning riding a 2-game winning streak, Bishop finally slowed down by injury. The Bolts are calling it an upper body injury. It happened here in the first period. He'll be reevaluated tomorrow in Winnipeg. Lightning down 3-1 until Victor Hedman lights the lamp, making it 3-2, pulling them within 1. Then later in the second period, Valtteri Fupula, his 16th of the season, knotting it up at 3s. But it would change in the third. Oilers bouncing back. Boyd Gordon getting the big rebound from Anders Limbach, and he's going to stuff it in the net. Bolts go down 5-3. Lightning's first loss on this 4-game road trip. Have to be on edge right now when Joe Madden turns to his bullpen. The Rays pitching is last in the American League after the 7th inning. Is this a situation of teams going through peaks and valleys, or are they just not that good?
Well, you look at the bullpen for the Rays.
At the oil can, the Lightning are running like a well-oiled machine. 14 wins in their last 16 at Amalie Arena, including back-to-back shutouts and their previous 2 on home ice. Hosting the Leafs tonight, who've been blowing in the wind. Losers of 2 out of their last 3. Lightning charging in the first. Andres Palat to Nikita Kucherov. Save the well. He's going top shelf. His 24th in the season. 1-0 Bolts. Later in the period, Ryan Callahan from the point. Redirected into his own net by Eric Brewer, the former Bolt. Now 2-0 Lightning. Toronto would cut it to 2-1 in the third. Check out the pass from Andre Schuster to Vlad Namestnikov, his 4th. Now 3-1 Bolts. And the Lightning are looking for some insurance. Alex Killorn lighting the lamp. Lightning win their 3rd in a row on home ice. 4-2. It's victory number 40 on the season. The Lightning will get the redemption shot they wanted. Last season, they were swept out of the playoff spot, Montreal. But this year, during the regular season, they went undefeated against the Canadiens. Beginning Friday night, they're going to drop the puck against the Habs.